Kentucky is a state located in the southeastern region of the USA. Whether it be the Appalachian Mountain Range, bluegrass fields, or long rivers, this state has a very unique landscape. Across its many different ecosystems, you can find a vast array of wildlife. Today, I'll be discussing some of the most dangerous creatures living in Kentucky. Number 9. Red ants. Fire ants, also known as red ants, are a type of venomous insect that can be found in many parts of the world. In Kentucky, there are two species, the red imported fire ants and the black imported fire ants. Both of them are invasive species and were introduced to the southern United States in the early 1900s. Encounters with these creatures usually happen when someone unintentionally steps on one of their mounds. Once disturbed, fire ants will quickly climb onto a person's foot and try to make their way up the leg. These ants first bite the skin tissue in order to maintain a solid grip, and then will immediately inject venom out of their stingers. The complex mix of chemicals is a combination of proteins, peptides, and enzymes. These insects get their name fire ant due to the burning sensation caused by an injection of their venom. Redness and bumps are a common physical reaction when stung. Kentucky has also seen an increase of red ant populations over the past couple years. Scientists say that these insects can be mistakenly carried across state lines in soil or mulch. Number 8. Bobcats. Bobcats are a wild cat species native to North America. In Kentucky, these creatures were rare about 50 years ago, but they've made a gradual and major comeback in the state. Bobcats have healthy populations all over Kentucky, with estimates ranging from 5,000 to 15,000 over recent years. These wildcats can weigh up to 40 pounds and possess sharp claws and teeth. They aren't inherently aggressive towards humans, but attacks have been recorded in the past. Most cases involve the bobcat having rabies, which is a dangerous virus that can be spread by infected animal saliva. This virus makes the infected animal very erratic and aggressive, which greatly increases the likelihood of an attack. In terms of healthy bobcats, they are much more likely to go after family pets or even children. Attacks can also occur if bobcats lose their natural fear of humans, which can happen when they have repeated contact with people. For example, if a bobcat relies on you for any source of food, it'll lose its natural fear and be much more likely to randomly attack. Number 7. Black widow spiders. Black widows are a venomous species of spider that can be found in North America, South America, Southern Europe, Australia, Southern Asia, and Africa. When it comes to America, they typically reside in the southern states due to the warm, temperate climate. In Kentucky, they can be found all throughout the state and prefer dry areas such as barns, basements, and wood piles. Their venom contains alpha-latrotoxin, which is a presynaptic neurotoxin. This dangerous substance causes the body's nerve cells to release their chemical signals all at once. The toxins are meant to paralyze small prey, which allows for easy consumption by the black widow. When injected into humans, one might expect muscle spasms, cramps, burning around the bite site, sweating, and a host of other undesirable symptoms. The other venomous spider in Kentucky is the brown recluse, which is also worth mentioning. Some experts say the brown recluse has more potent venom than the black widow, which is cytotoxic and hemolytic. Number 6. Snapping turtles. Kentucky is home to both the common snapping turtle and the alligator snapping turtle. These creatures both live throughout the state and can be found in lakes, rivers, and ponds. Although alligator snapping turtles are much larger and can weigh in excess of 175 pounds, there's some debate about their bite force. Some experts believe the common snapping turtle has a stronger bite, at just around 209 newtons, while the alligator snapping turtle has a bite force of around 158 newtons. Although there is some discrepancy about this online, there's no doubt that each of these creatures can bite through human bone. There have been instances of people losing their fingers when trying to handle these unique reptiles. Fear not, snapping turtles will not go out of their way to chase you down and attack. They will only bite when cornered or fearing for their life. Snapping turtles also have an extremely quick bite, with their reaction time being compared to the lunging of a coiled up snake. Number 5. Pygmy rattlesnakes. Pygmy rattlesnakes are a venomous snake species that mainly reside in the southeastern United States. These reptiles have a limited range and can only be found in a few pockets. You're most likely to see one in southern Kentucky, right near the border with Tennessee. Although pygmy rattlesnakes are one of the smallest rattlesnake species, their bite can still pack a dangerous punch. Their venom is hemotoxic, which works to destroy blood cells and skin tissue. It mainly works at disrupting the circulatory system, which can result in blood clotting around the bite area. Antivenom will usually be enough to save a healthy adult from any major health defects, but children and small pets run a higher risk of death or long-term complications. If for any reason a pygmy rattlesnake bite is left untreated, it can cause organ failure or even death over the course of a couple days. These snakes aren't aggressive, but they're known to hold their ground and will not hesitate to strike. Number 4. Wild boar. Wild boar are a species of large wild pigs that can be found in every continent in the world, besides Antarctica. When it comes to Kentucky, there are approximately 5,000 of these creatures living throughout the state, with some estimates exceeding 10,000. Wild boar are mostly found in the northern and eastern parts of Kentucky, with some of the highest concentrations located in the Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area. Boars don't actively seek out humans to attack, but they won't hesitate if you get in their way. Anytime a human roams too close to a litter of these baby boars, the adult in the group will get extra aggressive and possibly charge. Another example of an attack situation is when a boar is running away from a separate threat and you happen to be in their way. They possess long and sharp tusks that can be used to slash and cut. They can also weigh up to 300 pounds, possess a strong bite, and will be relentless once the attack has started. Number 3. Copperheads. Copperheads are a venomous snake species that are mainly found in the eastern part of the United States. In Kentucky, they can be found all throughout the state, but have the lowest population within the bluegrass region. Although a rattlesnake bite typically has a higher chance of resulting in death or major complications, copperheads are not to be messed with. This snake species is responsible for biting the most humans every year in the USA. Experts estimate this number to be around 3,000 bites, just from this species alone. The reason for the high number seems to correlate with their population and habitat. Copperheads are the most abundant snake species in Kentucky, so this naturally means more people run into these creatures than any other venomous snakes. Their venom is hemolytic, which can lead to the breakdown of red blood cells and internal bleeding. Symptoms can also include swelling, blistering, and bruising around the bite mark. Number 2. The American black bear. The American black bear is a medium to large bear species that is native to North America. These creatures inhabit many states throughout the country, with the exception to a few like Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, and others. In Kentucky, black bears are most common in the eastern part of the state, but experts say you can find them in almost any county these days. Although these creatures aren't as dangerous as grizzlies or polar bears, they are still a force to be reckoned with. Black bears weigh around 300 pounds and are about 5 to 7 feet tall when standing upright. They also possess long claws and have a bite force of around 800 pounds per square inch. Black bears can also run up to 30 miles per hour and climb trees with ease. Given all these amazing attributes, it's pretty clear to see they have the potential to cause harm. However, it's rare for a black bear to randomly attack a human. They certainly will if they feel their cubs are in danger, they're suffering from an illness, or haven't had a meal in a long time. Number 1. Timber rattlesnakes. Timber rattlesnakes are a venomous snake species that can be found in the eastern half of the USA. In Kentucky, they can be found all throughout the state, except for the northern bluegrass region. Timber rattlesnakes are the longest venomous snake species in the state, with some reaching over 5 feet long. These reptiles have very potent venom which can cause nervous system failure, tissue scarring, hemorrhaging, and many more extreme symptoms. Unlike some other venomous snake species, a timber rattlesnake bite can certainly turn fatal if left untreated. Luckily for the residents of Kentucky, I assume there is antivenom available at every major hospital, and if there's a shortage, they'll fly some in from a nearby state. If you do happen to get bit, I hope you have insurance, because antivenom is insanely expensive. Overall, Kentucky is one of the most beautiful states in the USA and is home to a vast array of wildlife. The creatures on this list are all unique and powerful in their own ways. As long as you are aware of your surroundings in the wilderness, you should be fine. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more wildlife content. Have a great day.